stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back.
So my finished piece was 1.2 meters by 1.2 meters, and to purchase a professional canvas of this size can be super pricey, so after a trip to Bunnings I built the frame myself and stretched my own canvas. For the outer edges and middle supports I used square moulding sized 30mm by 30mm, and for the outer frame I used 40mm by 10mm, and I purchased all those pieces in a 1.2 meter length. To start, I had some sawing to do to shorten some of my pieces. This was so the final canvas would fit inside my outer frame, which I had purchased in the same lengths, 1.2 meters. I then got to work on that square frame. I wood glued the edges and clamped them together to dry before coming in with a single timber screw at each corner.
Strangers again, I thought we'd never fall. Could have tried much harder, now all we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now, we could have gone so far. It hurts to breathe.
Now a canvas of this size, especially one that needs to support the weight of plaster, will need some middle supports. So I also measured those, cut these out and screwed them into place.
Like strangers again, again, again. Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers.
To create the canvas itself, I picked up a plastic-backed woven canvas drop cloth and I stapled this onto my frame, keeping everything as taut as possible to create a really sturdy background that won't dip or sag under pressure. I took extra care around the corners because these need to tidily fit inside our frame. I trimmed off excess fabric, and I also made sure to keep the back of the canvas as tidy as possible for a professional looking finish.
I better get started. It's time to get my head up again. You said that you had to. I'll try to forget you. Just didn't think we'd end up this way, like strangers again. Strangers again. Like strangers again. Oh, I know things will never be the same, like strangers again.
Still on the first day of this project, I came in with an oil-based primer. Now this step, I think, if you're creating your own DIY canvas like this, is really important. If you're wanting to use plaster, because it seals the woven fabric from the moisture that will be in that plaster, and it's going to help prevent cracking as it dries. I then came in with a layer of simple white, just in a standard acrylic paint, to further seal any spots that were missed or soaked through and create a base background colour and texture for my plaster to stick to in the next step. I chose to use a pre-mixed plaster designed for skim coating. I've actually used this product before to skim coat our hallway, and I'm using up all the leftover test pots that I have, which means all the colours will also tie in perfectly with the paint tones of our new home. So time to create some texture. I just used one little putty scraper for the whole project in what I guess can be called a crisscross pattern or crisscross technique, but I really love the shapes it created, and I was also really careful not to let any areas get too thick. It's actually just a really thin coat here, just enough to get some texture and height on the plaster. I did a mixture of applying the plaster as is straight out of the bucket and picking up plaster on my scraper and then lightly dipping it into some paint so that as I applied it in that crisscross pattern on the canvas, it would blend and move randomly.
Don't talk about it like you're crazy. You know damn well I can't replace you. Just say what you mean. Don't waste your time being mad at me. Say what you mean, say what you mean. And you'll get what you need, get what you need. What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. Yeah, I got you. The way you look at me is absent. It's like you're walking through a labyrinth. Just say what's going on.
The colours are showing up really dim on camera, but there is a mixture of gold, navy, duck egg blue and several beige tones throughout that textured look.
Get what you need. What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. Yeah, I got you. Don't play me, cause you're pushing me away. Don't say to me that we'll talk another day. Cause my phone won't be ringing anyway. That's how you roll, yeah.
So here's my finished plaster with super subtle colour variations throughout, and I hardly used any of the 4-litre pail of product.
We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. Yeah, I got you. What I do.
After the canvas had dried for at least a couple of hours, I come in with those same test pots, a couple of brushes and some crumpled up cling film, and I add some further detailing, almost aging around the edges, and to follow some of the texture lines as if they were marble veins. The hard part is really just knowing when to stop.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is. Bend open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold you can get. Show me your love, leave me breathless. I'm out of patience, I'm out of feels, but I guess I'm waiting around for something real. I'm going crazy, like what's the deal? Cause I want you to show me what you feel. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is. Bend open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold.
So lastly, on the second day, I wood glued and taped the edges of the outer frame, and I let it sit around the canvas while it dried before nailing the corners of the frame together. I then very quickly spray painted it in my favourite Rust-Oleum gold before the rain came, and I left that plaster to set and the paint to dry overnight. On the third day, the frame had dried, the plaster had set, and the only thing left to do was nail that frame onto the outer edges of the canvas in matching gold tacks to complete the piece.
Show me your love, leave me breathless, breathless.